Could you please introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Matt Ward. I'm a Professor of Design in the School of Design at Goldsmiths.
Hello, I'm Jimmy Loiseau. I'm Programme Lead of MA Design Expanded Practice, also at Goldsmiths.
Could you tell us a bit about the School of Design?
The School of Design at Goldsmiths is an unusual and unique creative place. And we take a very different approach to design, which we describe as post-disciplinary. So what we centre as our way of thinking about design is encouraging students to develop their own practice. And that can move between different mediums and methods. So we don't delineate graphic design, fashion design, interior design, product design. What we do is build a strong creative and critical position to allow students to utilise any materials and mediums in order to achieve the actions that they wish to achieve in their own practice. Goldsmiths Design has got a history of 30 years of creative output. We're highly ranked within the UK design schools, and we've been in the top 10 of UK design schools for the last 20 years.
So one of the things that makes our school unique as a design department is the fact that we, as Matt says, we don't really follow disciplinary pathways within our programs. What we do instead is put the emphasis and the focus on the student, on the individual, and give them the space and opportunity to discover and define their own kind of creative practice.
Could you tell us about the BA design course, and do you have any application tips or portfolio tips?
The BA Design course is a 3-year undergraduate BA. We have about 100 students per year, and they move between 4 main core areas. They develop through their studio practice, where they respond to briefs, but these briefs never ask you or demand a certain type of output, such as design a chair or a kettle or a magazine or a garment. What we do is set the context and framework for students to develop whatever they wish. So really there's an enormous amount of freedom where students can move between 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional and digital work in whichever way that they want. We also develop student skills. We have a diverse range of different technical skills, from 3D printing to textiles, woodwork, casting, ceramics, coding and digital manufacture. We also have a strong element where we work with industrial partners such as Apple Industrial Design, Microsoft Research, but also museums such as the Science Museum and the Wellcome Trust. In the 3rd year of the programme, we get students to synthesise all of their learning, and it's a self-driven, self-defined project where students are supported by 2 members of staff that take them through right until the end of their degree. In terms of tips for applications, I think it's really important for us in a portfolio to really see a diverse set of thinking. We're very open to different types of forms of portfolio, be it a fine art portfolio or a product design portfolio, or any kind of medium is okay for us. What we really want to see is a kind of a passion and an inquiry and a unique way of looking at the world, and have a curiosity about the world around you.
And could you tell us about the MA design course and what will make a strong applicant?
The master's course, MA Design Expanded Practice, is a very fluid, creative environment. There's all kinds of possibilities for students to explore themselves creatively. The focus is on them. In terms of the portfolios, we know that the portfolios we're going to get from students are going to be really accomplished, really professional, beautifully laid out. One thing that we really want to see, though, is the messy thought process. We want to see them within that the portfolio, and often the over-formatting of the folio, we lose the sense of the person. So we have 4 elements in the application process. We have a personal statement, and you can choose to write that however you want. It can be reflective, poetic, a diary. We have the interview. We interview face-to-face our applicants. And I said 4 things, I've forgotten.
The brief.
Personal statement, the application brief, the portfolio, and the interview. That's 4 things.
Lastly, do you have any advice for prospective Korean students?
For Korean students, it's really good for you to get the right kind of support. I know the UK Education Network offers support for students to help guide you through the application process, to help ensure that you check spellings and making sure that your language is right, and support you in understanding what are the demands of an interview process. Final words, Jimmy.
Well, I can say that we, along with you over here, we are happy to do some online application talks where you can meet us in the School of Design, and we will talk to you directly about what possible things you might want to put in your portfolio.